Before I start this video, I want to say that this was inspired by a Rocket League video I watched just recently. The great thing about this advice is that it applies to everything. NHL, FPS games, whatever, even real life. I hope you get as much enjoyment out of it as I did. What happens when you start to suck? What happens when you get into a little bit of a slump? A lot of goalies start looking to blame the game or blame themselves and start asking for advice when they probably already know the correct answer. A lot of goalies will change their stance, their goalie class, or change their camera angle to give themselves a different look. A lot of the time that's going to work for a few games, and they'll think the issue was a setting, but what happens is that they start to creep back into that slump and start to suck again. Why does this happen, and what can we do to stop it? This all has to do with focus and concentration. After grinding a ton of games all night, playing a bad team and facing no shots, or the opposite, losing by a lot of goals, we start to get into a little bit of a trance. We start going through the motions and we aren't actually focused on what's going on. We're following the play and moving around the crease, but we aren't actually thinking about what's going on. That's when you'll start to slip since you've lost your focus. So why does changing your camera angle or your stance seem to work? Well, it's as simple as it screws your brain up enough to refocus you temporarily. Your eyes see something different on the screen which takes you out of that trance and causes you to focus again. The issue with this is that it doesn't solve the root of the problem of you not being able to stay concentrated long enough, and eventually you'll find yourself falling back into a slump and playing like crap on your new settings. Most of the time, goalies will then switch back to what they were doing before and repeat this cycle. The only way to get over this is to power through the slump and remind yourself when you start to feel yourself slipping into that trance that you need to refocus and start making educated decisions again. Don't change your settings. Take a break if you have to. Go rinse your face, get some water, do whatever, do something else. There is such a thing as playing too much. Don't change your settings. Just remind yourself of the basics. Stay patient, trust your defense, look for open passing lanes, and read the shooter. Why is this so important? You don't want to fall in the trap of blaming something that you shouldn't or ruining any good habits that you've developed just because of a bad game or two. The thing that separates the elite goalies from the good goalies is that the elite goalies perform at a higher level more frequently than the goalies who just have a few good games here and there. Consistency is the key to your success in anything you do, whether it's NHL or something you're taking on in real life. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay focused and good luck.